There are times when we think the future's bleak. For instance, at the time of recording this, with the uncertainty of the coronavirus, that's an easy trap to fall into. It is a trap. Some of the things that could happen in the future are just mere speculation. We'll run a series of what-ifs in our mind. And we'll play them out in all sorts of different scenarios, most of which just won't happen. So how can you turn those thoughts around and develop a sense of hope for the future? Start by remembering that so much of what surrounds us is a result of what we think about. The law of attraction is more real than many of us give credit for. And there's an awful lot of truth in Henry Ford's statement that said, whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you're right. So more of our thoughts fulfill themselves than we'd like to give credit for. And that's possibly because we think so many different things. Start by being a bit more optimistic. You might have to gradually retrain your mind to be optimistic, especially if you've been pessimistic for a while, for a long time. But even that small shift in your outlook can start to produce positive results. It's a bit like planting a seed. It takes time for those small changes in our thinking to bear fruit. And writing things down in a positivity journal can be a really good way to retrain your mind. The act of having to come up with something positive that have happened during the day, that's a start. And then physically writing the thoughts down, not just typing them on a keyboard or the actual events, helps make the changes that need to happen, and enjoy yourself more, even if things are gloomier than you'd like. Read a few cartoons, watch some funny videos, read a humour book. Whatever it takes to lift your frown and at least make you kind of smile. And accepting things as they are is also a good way to come to terms with tough times. There's fewer things that could be better, and don't dwell on this. Just accept it as a truism. They could also be worse, but they could probably be better. You're alive. You're still breathing. You've still got friends you can talk to in person or online, almost certainly. There are lots of things to be positive about, honest. And while you're at it, stop watching and reading the news. It only reinforces your thoughts that times are tougher, because that's what news does. And they're tougher than you'd like them to be, and you can't affect it anyway, so just stop watching it. Sure, the future's uncertain. When I was growing up, for instance, I'd never have believed that I'd have something more powerful than, at that time, the world's most powerful supercomputer designed. And it's just sitting in my pocket. We'd only just gone to the moon when I was almost a teenager. So you can maybe relate to how things have changed, almost certainly for the better. Another way to turn your mind around is to retrain it. Use a hypnosis track link below this video. It'll work with you to help turn your mind around and reduce the worries you've got about the future.